Good evening, friends and family. Very nice of you to join me. I'm sorry I'm a bit late, but I had trouble with my tablet. Okay, tonight we're going to have another Christmas story. This one is a Ben and Tony Bear story, and it's called The Magic of Christmas Eve. It is said that magical things happen on Christmas Eve. And this Christmas Eve was going to be one that Ben and his friend Tony Bear would not forget. Mummy and Daddy had put Ben to bed a long time ago. They had put out a mince pie for Father Christmas with him and some carrots for the reindeer. Daddy had put the sign out with Ben asking Santa to stop here. Everything was ready for Christmas morning. Ben's stocking was hung on the mantelshelf, ready for filling, and his sack was beneath the tree waiting to be filled. Daddy had gone off to work, and Mummy locked the doors and switched off the lights and went to bed. It was still dark outside when Ben opened his eyes. A noise had woken him up. "Help!" came a faint voice. Ben turned on his light. There was no one he could see. "Help!" came the little voice again. It sounded like it had come from the landing. Ben got out of bed and went onto the landing. The light from the bathroom lit his way. The gate across the stairs was shut. Mummy always shut the gate at night in case he fell down the stairs in the dark. Hanging from the gate, from the top of the gate, was Tony Bear. "Help me down, please, Ben," he asked when he saw Ben. Ben looked at him. He had never heard Tony speak out loud before. Ben went over and helped him. Tony's hand had got stuck in the catch. Ben released him and helped him down. Ben went and got his favourite Cars book from the room and laid it down in front of Tony. Ben opened it up and pointed to the word. "How?" Tony looked up at Ben. "I got stuck. I was on my way downstairs to meet Father Christmas. The other toys hoisted me up to open the gate, and I got stuck in the gate." Ben looked around and then pointed to another word. "Others?" Tony looked up at Ben. "Come on out, it's all right. Ben can help us." From behind the door of the spare room came Mompy Bear and Baboo the donkey and several others. "Can you help us, Ben? Father Christmas will be here soon. We have to be downstairs to let him in and help him put your presents under the tree." Ben listened carefully. He could hear no sound from his parents' room. Mummy was sound asleep. He nodded. He would help. Ben went back to his room and got his torch. He then opened the gate. Mummy had always told him that he must not go downstairs in the dark. Ben shone his torch down the stairs. Tony and the others were already making their way down. "Come on, Ben, it's all right. We will look after you." Ben followed the toys down the stairs. They went into the kitchen and looked up at the back door. The latch was a long way up, even for Ben. Ben looked over at the kitchen table. The chairs were neatly placed around it. Tony Bear knew what he had in mind. "Come on, guys, we need to help Ben move the chair to the door." They slowly pushed the chair to the door. Ben climbed up and reached the latch and pulled it back. Toys slowly moved the chair back, and he opened the door. Everything was now ready. Toys and Ben did not have long to wait. The door to the kitchen opened, and in walked. Ben could not believe his eyes. He jumped up and down excitedly. It was Daddy! His Daddy was Father Christmas! He had believed right all along. Excuse me. Hello, Ben. What are you doing here? Said Father Christmas. Ben looked down at Tony. It was my fault, said Tony Bear. I got stuck on the gate upstairs and could not open it. Ben came and helped me. Father Christmas looked at Ben. You helped Tony Bear? Said Father Christmas in amazement. Ben nodded. There's a lot more to you than meets the eye, said Father Christmas. Ben smiled. Come on then, everyone. I do have a time to keep to. The toys headed into the living room and gathered up the sack and stocking. Ben helped to hold the sack with Tony and the others. Ben smiled happily as the presents were put into his stocking and sack. Have you got everything you asked for? You have been a very good boy this year, said Father Christmas. Father Christmas put a present for Mummy under the tree. Mummy had already put one for Daddy there. But Ben looked sad when he looked at his Mummy's present. He wanted to do something special for her, but the last week of school he had been ill with tonsillitis. What's wrong, Ben? Asked Father Christmas. Ben pointed to Mummy's present. I think he wanted to give his mum something nice, said Tony, but he never got the chance to make anything because he was ill. What would you like to give your mum? Asked Father Christmas. You wish, and I will try to make it come true. Ben closed his eyes and wished with all his heart. He wanted to tell his mummy one thing that she might never hear at any other time of the year. Granted, said Father Christmas. Go on, Ben, go and tell her. I have to go now, but I will be back in the morning. Maybe one day you will tell me too. Ben smiled. One day he would talk, and both his parents would hear him. Father Christmas left, shutting the door behind him. Ben, Tony and the toys made their way back upstairs, and all the toys waited by Mummy's door as Ben went to the bed and put his mouth to his Mummy's ear. Mummy slept soundly on. She dreamt about Ben. He was sitting next to her listening to her tell a story. He was pointing to every word she read, and when he looked up, he smiled. Ben whispered in his Mummy's ear, I love you, Mummy. Mummy smiled in her sleep, and a little tear rolled down her cheek. She had waited so long to hear those few words. Ben smiled and put his hand on his Mummy's. He had got the best Christmas wish ever, and given his Mummy the presents she had always dreamed of. One day he was going to talk for real. But for now, it was just a Christmas wish. Tony Bear tucked his pyjamas. It's time to go back to bed. We must go back to being just toys. Christmas magic only lasts for a little while, my friend. Ben sighed sadly and made his way back to his room. The other toys went back to the spare room and sat back on the shelf, and Tony Bear made his way back into Ben's room. "Good night, my friend," said Tony. "One day you will talk and I will be here to hear you." Ben kissed Tony Bear on the nose and hugged him tightly. Silently he waved good night and lay down. Ben and Tony fell soundly asleep. "Merry Christmas, my family," thought Ben as he drifted off into the land of dreams. Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and good night. Thank you.